you made $100,000 on OnlyFans as a man.
Yeah.
In what period of time?
It was in less than a year last year. It would be exactly a year. Yeah, it was exactly a year, like a couple of days ago.
So how did you do it?
So
this where most people get hooked. They hear the money and they stop thinking. Be right back. Time. You can't press rewind. Time. What's up, y'all? Piece of the puzzle. Hold this piece, gives you peace. Share, like, love, laugh. Welcome back to the Message Architect, where we take a message and we break it down to build up with clarity. This is a new skill set that should be taken in based upon how much content we get, based upon movies, social media, music, binge watching, along with me assisting with people getting to digital detoxing and more specifically porn addiction. But my whole thing is I want to help people understand that you just don't listen, because every time you turn around you consume everything, whatever you watch, whatever you're listening to, whatever you see, whatever you feel. People hear the surface-based message and they miss the important message that they could get if they critically think. So you could hit the subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. In the description is more information about me and other platforms and things I have for you. Okay? All right, so we have a interview that's happened. I'm not going to show the full interview. I'm not breaking this thing down to promote it. I'm showing you a pattern, and hope if you are not lost in the pattern that we're about to expose, that a lot of young people get lost in. Well, a lot of people, period. So here I have called an interview about a young lady that is interviewing this young guy and how he made a lot of money on social media doing OnlyFans as a man. Usually when you hear about OnlyFans, it's a woman, female, but this is a man. So the title you see in the very beginning is OnlyFans Man, Bizarre 100K Secret. What they break down is not bizarre and it's not a secret, but this is the hook that brings you in. All right, nothing against her, and it's not sitting here criticizing or judging him. This is you consuming content, and do you see the underlying message? So I'm gonna tell you what message I heard that's clear as day. All right. And what hook people in is, man, they hear money and they stop thinking. And that's what happens. Anytime you hear money, you stop thinking. People don't think about their purpose. People don't think about meaning. They don't put nothing behind on why you're doing this. They hear money. This is how you can make money. And boom, you're gone. And you're not, it's the hook to bring you in that's leading you away. And you don't even realize it because there is a need or there's a greed out here. And there is a different part between need and greed. There's a need because there are people that's financially struggling due to a systematic economy system. But then there's a greed where there's not really no struggle, but the fact that people want and desire to have more. There's nothing wrong with wanting more, but at the same time, at what cost? All right, so I'm going to show you bits and pieces of the interview, and we're going to break it down on what I heard.
$1,000 on OnlyFans as a man.
yeah,
In what period of time?
it was in less than a year last year. It would be exactly a year. Yeah, it was exactly a year, like a couple of days ago.
So how did you do it?
So really, it was my partner at the time, which was somebody that I was dating. She did.
Somebody who was dating, and she did it. She had an OnlyFans. So this is a relationship that this guy was having.
OnlyFans. I never was into OnlyFans. Like, I had.
Now, keep playing it. He said, I had one too, but not like that. He wasn't trying to do nothing with it. It was one of those, if you know, you know. Kind of like playing around with it. But he just very clearly said, I wasn't into it. She had one to make money. Now, I'm assuming that he was dating someone knowing this is what they was doing. But he's not into it, right? But notice, he didn't start with conviction. This all started with influence. It's not necessarily something he personally believed in. This was something he just stepped into. If he was not with the girl, then he probably wouldn't be in the position he is right now. I'm not talking about the money position. See, most people don't see what direction of life that he's traveling. As we keep watching, we're going to go into what you created, because most people, when they talk about selling your soul, they always go to celebrities. They always go to music artists. Even an average Joe lends their soul over for fame or fortune. People do it all day, every day. People do it on a 9 to 5. But the thing is, what cost he's about to exchange so he can make money. It's not about the money, it's what are you willing to give up to get it. Let's rewind it.
Exactly a year. Yeah, it was exactly a year, like a couple of days ago.
So how did you do it?
So really, it was my partner at the time, which was somebody that I was dating. She did OnlyFans. I never was into OnlyFans. Like, I had an OnlyFans, but I wasn't really content creating. It was like one of those, like, if you know type of pages, you feel me?
So now, this is pressure that outweighs purpose. It's also environment. You got to be careful environment you are in, because when there's an environment that's about and you are in a certain position, you don't even know the decisions you might make, all because you're trying to gain. When you're under pressure and your pressure outweighs purpose, your pressure outweighs meaning of life, when pressure is more weightier than the actual meaning and purpose in life, when you are given over to do something that's not what you really plan to do, that later on you could look back and say, I wish I never did that. How many times older people right now that's having videos, man, I wish I knew then what I know now, I wouldn't even did all that. So what I want you to understand is the environment you in. See, you think you just talking about this guy. We're talking about the environment, your neighborhood, your work environment, where you came from, where you at right now, what type of family you're in, what pressures. Are you in a family that's argumentative? Are you in a situations that's dire? Are you struggling? Are you living check to check? Are you with someone that's making you feel ugly? Are you insecure? Pressure. When you are under pressure, what can happen is it weighs heavier than the purpose. Your mindset is not about purpose, because purpose is not paying the bills. Purpose is not getting me where I'm supposed to go. At least that's what you think. So you make what I call a spare tire decision. Spare tire means because the original tire, something happened to it, you put a spare tire on to get somewhere, but you understand a spare tire also put wear and tear on the car. But let's keep going.
Around this time, the trending topic was the rock, paper, scissors challenge, where people was playing rock, paper, scissors, and then they would run to get the food and then come back. I said, I'm
not even gonna play the rest because it's not about the details. So he took a concept of a trend and he applied it in this area of porn, OnlyFans, and he created shock value. It's not a secret. It's what everybody do. It don't matter. At the end of the day, everybody on social media uses the same secret. And it's not a secret. You jump on a sound or a trend and you ride the wave. The bigger the shock value, the bigger impact of attention you're getting. Again, not going to the details because that's not the point. They use curiosity and sexual attention to pull people in. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm a Christian. I believe in the Bible, whatever. But the fact I'm using this to bring awareness to porn addiction, people to get start to be in control of their digital detox, and you to be more aware of what you consume. This is shock value. Oh my God, why did I play this? Same thing. I'm doing the concept right now. You get what I'm saying? It's not a secret. It's what social media is about.
And so like we ended up, but the crazy thing was we did it in a park garage, like we did it in public and stuff like that.
Okay.
So like we did the video, right? I edited it a little bit, sent it to her. We put it up on Twitter. Not even thinking of it. We still struggling at this time. We just like, man, whatever. Go to sleep.
We're not gonna skip that. I sent it to her, the video they made, they put it on Twitter, and they were struggling at the time. And it was like, man, whatever. Now, struggling at the time, man, whatever, that says something to me. It lets me know you're not in a position of power. You're in a position of you'll do whatever it takes to get out of your situation. You want to be aware of where you at. You want to be aware that you're not in a position that you just like, man, I'm doing whatever it is to get out of this position. That's how crime happens. People steal, kill, people shoot, people rob, people do things, people do people dirty, people lie. All because I'm in a situation and I'm doing whatever. The mutual agreement he had with who he was dating at the time, along with another individual, is consensual. It doesn't make it morally or smart to do. But the unwise decision we're willing to make when we're in a position of struggle, emotional struggle, which is stress, the things you do under stress, the things you do under pressure, the things you do when you're depressed, the things you do when you're mad, the things you do when you're sad, and the things you do all under a struggle, emotional struggle. You might be financially good, but you might be emotionally struggling. I know people that look like they're in a great position, but they're not, and they're in a position that they'll do whatever is necessary. You might be unhappy in your marriage, and then you end up cheating on your spouse because you're struggling with attention, you're struggling with connection, or whatever case may be. You might be struggling on your job, and then you make sales and you do things illegally just to get that extra paycheck. You might try to input your hours, and you might lie a little bit because you study trying to get more on your paycheck. This is when you feel the pressure and people stop thinking, is this right? And all you're thinking, will this work? People are no longer thinking about what is right to do. They are thinking about what will work to get it done. They're no longer filtering through what impact it's going to make on my future, what impact is going to make on that girl future, what impact is going to make on the third party that was a part of his future, what impact is going to make on his life. No one's thinking about that. I will deal with when I get there. And then that cost might be way more than the money you made. It's not about, is this right? This is now about, will this work? Or are you a will this work type of person? Will this work over is this right? And this is where you have to reposition yourself to think clearly, regardless of what pressure you feel when you're struggling.
I hear my put it up on Twitter. Not even thinking of it. We still struggling at this time. We just like, man, whatever. Go to sleep.
I'm not even thinking of it. I put up on Twitter like it was another, hey, I got an idea. When we do this, and we're just gonna throw it up. And we just taking a shot. Because you know what happened when people say these days? Hey, any shot you don't take, you will never make. Shoot your shot. There is a dangerous concept concerning shooting your shot. And there is a risk-taking, very encouraging energy or feeling you get shooting your shot. Shooting your shot meaning, man, I'm just going to do it and I'm just going to believe. That's the part. Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with that, sis. I get it. But then there's the, man, I don't even know. I'm just going to shoot the shot. I'm just going to, if I make it, I make it. If I don't, but at least I took the shot. See, that's where, what shot are you taking? See, shooting a shot in itself is not bad. But what shot are you shooting? People don't want to talk about the shot. You get what I'm saying? I know it sounds casual. Man, whatever, we just throw it up on there and not even thinking about it. How many times you're doing things and not even thinking about it? So this is not about they jumped on the trend because that's what everybody did. Put it on somewhere, shock value, because that's what everybody do, and you throw it up. That's not random. That's a strategy, even if they don't realize it. Meaning, you're smart enough, sir. There's a belief I have that he's not even realizing. That's a business concept. That's a business strategy. That's companies that need you. Along with AI, oh my God. That's social media manager right there. He was struggling, but he had the knowledge in his hands. But when you're struggling and you already are fixated with sexuality, this is why I want to help people get out of porn and sexual content and digital detox, because you miss the point. You miss your game. You miss what makes you special. You miss what makes you powerful. I don't look at this guy and see, oh my God, another this is not that. This is, man, dude, you are a business prodigy. You could have took that same concept, took it to a business and say, yo, listen, let me do a commercial for you. Let me do something because I know about social media. Sign a contract that I get this much and much if you make these sales, this and third, whatever, and I do it. Okay, let's do it. He takes a trend. He gets them to do the commercial. I do it for free. Shock value. Boom. And because it blows up, this man now is a businessman. That's more valuable. That's more the look up. That's legacy. I'm not looking at him that he messed up. I'm looking at he sold his soul for something less than what it's worth. He is worth more than an OnlyFans account of exposing you because you're a father. This man's, I don't know if he have kids or not, but you are soon to be a husband. You're soon to be a father. You're a person right now. You're an influencer, and you just influence a lot of other young people. Hey, you can make a lot of money. Instead of saying, man, don't do that. This is how you can still make a lot of money. More sustainable. So instead of him taking his situation of living with someone's dating, and he learned some things, who knows what's going on in that relationship, Or prior, did he have this knowledge prior to his dating and he just hooked up with the wrong person? When you get with the wrong person, now let's focus on if you get with the right person. That was a strategy move. You might have a daughter one day. Let's keep going.
I hear my phone just zoom, 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 zoom. Her phone just vibrating, zoom, 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 zoom. What the hell going on? Next thing you know, I go check. We just getting like 99 plus notifications on OnlyFans and then on Twitter and stuff like that. Next thing you know, some page in Nigeria that got over 1 million followers end up posting us. Then literally like less than 24 hours, we waking up, we like, hey, yo, do you see this? Do you see our pen and money going?
See our pen and money going up? It wasn't about the OnlyFans. It was about a strategy that works. You just put it in a wrong company. You put it in a wrong position to work it. But this is where it explodes. And understand this. Going viral doesn't mean value. As you explode, as you go viral off of certain type of content while you are gaining money, what is to the man to what? Gain the whole world and lose his soul. You lose value. You thought you was gaining something, not understanding you was losing something at the same time. All you saw, attention move fast. Validating a great move. But this is where we at, people. Where the numbers says I did something good. This is back in high school. Popularity program. This is popularity, people. It's that what can I make popular? It's not about what I make popular. It's about getting popularity. Getting attention. Because the more attention I get, the more money I can make. Subscriptions, whatever case may be. But you don't understand. Your soul was just devalued. It's like buying a car. You thought you bought a nice car. Oh my God, da 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 da. As soon as you drive that car off the parking lot, that car goes down in value. It might be what you use the car to do to make money, to make something more valuable, like delivery, Uber, or you become a delivery driver or escort driver or whatever case may be. Meaning, you could take your soul, you could take the strategy, and the value of your mind, the value of your soul that God gave you, helps you dominate in a way that you remain valuable. But what happened is, you trade it for a cost and don't know, yeah, your pockets got larger, but your soul just got devalued. People, attention doesn't mean success. Again, I said this before. Somebody that believes beating on their women to correct them. There's 7 billion people on the planet. A person that believes in something that's kind of crazy and immoral, dangerous, sickening, pedophilia, people that hate another person or another group of people, out of 7 billion people, oh, there's a cool million people that's going to back you up. And I'm really downgrading. Meaning, just because something gets attention doesn't mean it's success. The fact that you could put good news out there and people barely give it any attention. But you see a young man, he do something that devalues himself, and the world jumps on it, follows them on OnlyFans to validate, I did the right thing. No, because that's just letting you know how many people are here that got a problem. See, the zoom, 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 that's, to me, is not success. To me, is addict, 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 another pervert, 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 another pervert, somebody that's into nasty, freaky, freaky, freaky. Who knows how many husbands looked at this, that got a wife that's looking at this? Who knows the girl father saw it? Who knows if his family member saw it? Who knows what damage it done? What if after the video was done, like their child see their mom and dad doing a video that they had, Mom, who is this? Oh man, it's a video I did 10 years ago. Mom, that's you? Yeah, yeah. Then you want to get with a person, you want to marry a person, but what if the video come back to haunt you? See, yeah, zoom, 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 zoom. All it is sporadically shows you that where we are at, the issue with society. Zoom, 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 zoom. That don't mean success to me. That means problem, 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 problem. So don't think attention is success. Who you are getting attention from? Woo! Yeah, I might be running the field real slow, exercising, looking great, but behind me there's a pack of hyenas that I got their attention. Uh-oh. Who gave you attention? What they're about? Did you just make somebody go deeper into an issue? Young, sure she's young, and they did something in the parking lot. Cause that's what happened. They did it in a parking garage in a public situation. I'm assuming, you know how many pedophiles probably zoom, 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 zoom. And on top of that, that was who he was dating. He's not even with her no more. Who knows why they broke up? I don't know. Might have been her, might have been him, don't matter. But y'all did something together that could have been a business move with companies. But this is now further pushed her, and you're not even there to walk her through anything that she might be facing. She might not be going on to anything until 10 years from now.
Next thing you know, World Star posted us. Like,
Wait, what?
World Star, because that's another big company. Everybody go to World Star. If you notice, everything was toxic. We're spreading toxicity. This is not about him. This is giving us the notion of where we at. So when people watch the video, they're going to focus on the money and the money going up. But nobody thought about what had to go down to make that happen. What if that was your daughter? What if that's your son? And the third person that's involved, he has OnlyFans. The other person has OnlyFans. I'm assuming the third person has OnlyFans too. I'm not sure. What if they don't have OnlyFans? But what had to happen? What had to go down for the money to go up? It's amazing how we sit out here and judge people for doing the things they do in the world to get money, and then we go behind and said, good job. So you know what had to go down? Your privacy, your standards, and your identity. That's his message architect for today. You gotta pay attention to what you consume. And if you are dealing with anything, in the description, there is a survey I want you to take. It's in the description, take the survey, and I'm going collecting data so I can help people with digital detox, working on a porn addiction as well. And that's gonna be the description if you're dealing with porn addiction. It's an online course you can take right now. And it's going to go straight to it. It's up to you to invest in you. Okay? So right now, it's a piece of the puzzle. And I hope this piece gave you peace. Time.